I went from not wanting to be here anymore to now being on a mission to help 1 million people with their physical and mental health. This is going to be a raw, unedited, and unapologetic look into who I am and why I started Mind Your Fitness. So let's get into it. How do? So, cue the X Factor sad music. I am Thomas Fowler, the face and brain behind Mind Your Fitness. I just want to talk to you a little bit about why Mind Your Fitness was created and what my mission sort of dream is. This isn't a sob story or anything like that. I'm just a man on a mission to share parts of my journey and how things can be turned around and that we don't all need to suffer in silence. So there was a time when I didn't want to be here anymore. Not out of drama, just like pure mental exhaustion. I was mentally drained, physically numb, felt isolated, confused, and embarrassed. I was alive, but I weren't really living. Mental health is it's not always loud, obvious, or smacks you in the face. A lot of the time it's silent and it's slowly creeping in like a motherfucking ninja. You wake up and you wonder why you've even bothered sleeping, why you should even bother getting up. Like, you put your face on and you smile at work, mask all your feelings all day, week, month, or year. You tell people you're fine when you're absolutely not. That was me for years, and I lived in that big old river in Egypt. Denial. Masking and thinking everything was okay, but like deep down it wasn't. Like years of not managing emotions, overconsumption of booze at the weekend to like the point of blackout, and after a like slog of crying that I shrugged off and just blamed booze. But it's all just emotion that needed to like come out of years of pent up anger, frustration, confusion, and just raw emotion. I had periods of like suicidal thoughts and self harm. I was genuinely a mess, but on the inside, like I masked it really well. Obviously, until I didn't. I'm so grateful that my wife was one of the people who helped, like, encourage me to seek help and support, and was there every step of the way to support me. My family and close friends, of course, were like there for me too. But if it wasn't for my wife, I don't really think I'd be sharing this video with you today. There was no like aha moment. Like I didn't have a light bulb moment. Instead, I had somewhat of a breakdown. Um, so I just started small. I went to seek like professional help. I went to speak to my GP at the time, who wasn't the most helpful. He just gave me some leaflets and basically like ushered me out of the surgery, which honestly left a real bitter taste, but that's a story for another day. I subsequently moved GPs and spoke to my now doctor. He listened, he didn't judge, he was in no rush to get me out of the door, and he actually helped. Now, for me, that was like the start of a healing process. Within all of that, obviously, I learned that I had complex PTSD, anxiety, and waves of depression, which I'll happily go into on other videos. Now, I do just want to like stress that I am by no means fixed or cured. Like you, I will have low days. I feel anxious and I get waves of depression still, probably because I'm human too. However, I have learned how to live with these feelings and work through them, where they now have a smaller negative impact on my life compared to how I was 5, 10 years ago. So now you're probably thinking, like, sound, you've told me all about that, but how does that actually create mind your fitness? So let's go into that. I've always felt that there's like more to life than a 9 to 5. You go to work, do your bit, go home, retire, and then death. Like, no, there's more to life, and I'm unbelievably passionate about helping others and seeing them thrive and strive forward with the knowledge that I can share with them. So I put all my qualifications to actual use. Started a small group training, like in a park. That built my confidence, and then I started taking on one-to-one clients. And the business Tom Fowler Fitness was born. I know the name is just anyway. A few years pass, and I noticed that like the majority of the people I was working with had low confidence and low self-esteem. Like they had their own mental health problems. But like the one, well, one of the things that helped them was our sessions. So not only for the movement element, but like having someone to talk to listen to them, and then offer some guidance on like how to move forward on obviously both their physical and their mental health. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how Mind Your Fitness was born. So, like I said, I created Mind Your Fitness because I knew others were out there suffering in silence, like I was. People who've been told to just go to the gym and like train your depression and your anxieties away, but obviously you're still gonna feel empty. Like people who can't see a way out because like no one has ever showed them how. So over like the coming years and long after I'm here, I and Mind Your Fitness are gonna help 1 million people break through the noise in their own heads and start to really train for their physical and mental health. And I'm not gonna do that with like cheesy quotes, although like to be fair, I am somewhat of a modern day Gandhi and do enjoy a good quote. There'll be like no empty promises on like getting ripped and getting visible abs and all that shit. I mean, come on, look at me. I don't have abs. I don't plan on getting any visible abs anytime soon. That shit does not make me happy. This will all be done with complete honesty, tools that will actually help both physical and mental health, and with a connection and a community. We are all better and stronger in a community. And that's one thing that I really want to help drive and build. So, if you're struggling, I can see you. I see you. I was you, and at times I am you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're probably just overwhelmed. So stick around, subscribe, comment, and like let's connect. This is Mind Your Fitness. It's not just a brand. 100% it is a movement, and the fact that you're here and you're watching this, you are now part of it. So hopefully you stuck around for all of this, and if this spoke to you, like even just a little bit, please share it because someone out there is silently struggling like I was. Let's show them that there is another way. So until next time, yeah, see you soon.